Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
How are
madam.
you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you all?
Right, madam. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
Madam, thank you.
Right. Now see, as my classes are going to be interactive, I want you all to actively participate in the classes, right? Every day I'm going to remind you this because if you're going to be passive listeners, seated back at the end, and then ask only for the recordings, you will not be getting there. Therefore, please be actively participating. Right. Now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. What did we do in the session 1? What's the module that we are focused on?
Listening and speaking.
Listening.
What is
Teaching of listening and speaking.
Yeah, teaching of listening and speaking. Right. What did we speak of this module, the first module?
Place of listening skill in second
Purpose
language.
of listening? Features of listening?
Teachers of effective listening.
Effective listening? Cognitive characteristics of listening?
Okay. And then, any place that
Effective characteristic of
remember
active
we
listening?
stopped? Speak a bit louder so that I can hear you properly.
Behavioral characteristics of effective listening. That is the last topic we were talking.
Yeah, that's the last topic we did. Very good, Mahesh. Okay. Before that, what did we do? Now, when it comes to behavioral, there are 2 other things that we talked about. What are those 2?
Cognitive and affective characteristics.
Very good. Cognitive and affective. Right? How cognitive and affective theories are going to affect this. Right. Let's start from there. Now, listening is the process. And we came to the conclusion that listening is a language.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm really sorry
Okay.
to disturb
We-
you. I think we cannot hear you properly.
Yes, madam. Can't hear you properly, madam.
Your voice is lagging, ma'am.
Okay, let me just. Right. Okay. I'll ask you whether you could hear.
No, ma'am, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No,
Can you
madam.
No, ma'am.
Still not
Can't
clear,
hear you
madam.
properly, ma'am.
Not clear, madam.
Do you hear now? Can you hear now?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
We can hear
Yes,
you.
madam.
Ma'am.
Right. Now I'm going to ask the same question in 1 minute. Can you hear?
No, madam. Again, it's not clear.
Not
madam.
clear.
Isn't it clear now? All right. Okay. Hope you can hear now clearly. Is it?
Okay.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Right. Okay. So we can see that listening is a process, just like language, listening is a process. And listening is also a language skill. We just came to that conclusion. How many skills are there in the language?
Voice skills.
Four skills.
What are they?
Listening,
Speaking,
and
reading and writing.
Yeah, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. What is the most important skill in language?
Speaking and listening.
Listening and speaking, not speaking and listening, but listening and speaking. Why do we say listening and speaking are the most important? And out of, even though listening is the most important, why do we say so?
Without listening, we
Because
can't speak.
without listening, we cannot speak.
Yeah, without language, we cannot acquire, without listening, we can't acquire a language, right? You know, not that we can't speak, but we will not be able to acquire a language without listening, okay? So listening skill is the most important skill in the language, any language, not only English, any language, okay? Now here we can see two people. Who are they? Speaker and the listener. What happens with the speaker? What do you mean by encoding?
Speaker encodes.
What do you mean by speaker encodes?
Message turn into signals.
Yeah. Listener decodes.
Hear the message, what the
Yeah.
speaker.
That's it.
Read.
Right. Yeah. You know, now here encodes and decodes are not the technical terms that we are talking about, but when it comes to listening and speaking, when you say speaker encodes, yeah, right, is giving the message. Listener decodes is receiving the message, getting the message into the system. In between speaker and listener, there are a lot of things that should be, okay, that should happen, and there should be a lot of other steps. Can you suggest some of them? Are you all in one group? Do you all have one group?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Hmm.
Inferring the meaning.
Mhm. Where do you get this inferring meanings? Hmm? Where would the
Ma'am,
inferring meaning be?
Tone, intonation, pitch and stress.
Hmm?
Tone, intonation,
Yeah, that is
stress
there, right?
pattern.
But don't we have to have a medium? A source? Don't we have to have a source? Hmm? Do we or don't we? How do you send this message?
The sound. There should be a medium.
There should be a medium. That's what I'm asking you. What is a medium?
Medium of which both the speaker and listener understands.
Can one of the groups
Language.
mention which group you all are in? Like, I'll share one diagram for you. Which period group are you in? Am I in your group?
11 and batch 12.
Batch 12.
Batch 12.
Am I in one of the groups? Am I in one of your groups?
No.
Huh? No. No. Who are are there any admins here, group admins?
No. No group admins. No, miss. No.
Right, okay. Mr. Ajit will share it. Now see, you have to have a sender, right? That is the speaker. Whoever it is, there should be a sender. Then the message will have to be encoded, right? And the encoding takes place. Then you have the message and
received
there
it, ma'am.
should be, sorry? Got it?
We received it, miss. We
Ah,
received
right,
Yes,
okay. Now go through it. Now see, it's an elaborative picture of these two. There are certain other things in between the sender and the receiver, right? Speaker and the listener. Sender is the speaker, receiver is the listener. Okay? Do you see that there are other things? Do we need them? Or can we just have the speaker and the listener and say that listening has taken place?
No, ma'am, we definitely need them because, for example, without a feedback, we won't even be sure that the receiver has understood the message, what we are to convey. So all of these elements are very important when
All them.
the process takes place.
Right, okay. Now, based on this element, I'm going to give you an activity, but not now, right? Therefore, now remember, listening is a process, and there should be a speaker and a listener who encodes and decodes, but there is a process in between, right? And that process, I have sent you to your groups, and based on the process, I'm going to give you a small activity to be done towards the end, okay? Right. Let's see. Listening is a process which involves active construction of sense and meaning of what is heard. It is an active process, right? Listening is a process. Now, in this, the most important word is a process. And also it is an active process. Listening skills are as important as speaking skills. We cannot
Miss, your voice is lagging again.
Voice is not clear, madam.
Ma'am, you are not clear, ma'am.
be developed Right, sorry, I got disconnected. I'm really sorry. Let me share. Right, can you see this?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Right, okay. So here we say listening is a which involves active
Ma'am, you are not clear again. You are lagging.
Yes, madam. We can see the presentation, but can't hear you, madam.
what is heard. It is an active process. You have to Can you hear me now, at least?
Yes. Yes, miss.
Yes, now it's clear, ma'am.
Yes, it's clear. We can hear you.
Simply don't understand. Okay. Right, can you see the screen?
Yes,
madam.
we can.
Yes, madam.
Right, okay. Now, tell me the keywords of these two bullet points.
Active
Active
construction.
construction
Active
of self.
construction, active
Active
process,
Yes, heard.
Yeah, you have the active construction. It's an active process.
process.
Right. Okay, what else?
Important as speaking skills.
Communicate and
You communicate face to face.
Face
Yeah.
to face.
So to communicate face to face, what should we have? Listening and speaking, both. Can we communicate if we don't have both?
no.
No, we won't be able to, right? Because I mean, if you don't hear, then you won't be able to say what you want to say, right? There are 18 types of listening. Now this slide, I want you to take a screenshot of. Take a screenshot of this quickly and share it in your groups fast. Since I'm not in your groups, I won't be able to do anything for you all, but take a screenshot and pass in your groups, right? There are 18 types. One is called discriminative listening, comprehensive listening, informational listening, biased listening, critical listening, appreciative listening, emphatic listening, sympathetic listening, active listening, casual listening, right? Partial listening, initial listening, inactive listening, selective listening, rapport listening, reflective listening, post listening, and deep listening. I'll say so many types of listenings. We have never thought of these type of listenings. We have always thought listening is listening, right? And we never thought listening can have so many types. Okay. Take 5 minutes and look for what discriminative listening is, what comprehensive listening is, okay? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 18. Yes, please look for what they are quickly and start telling me what they are. What do you mean by discriminative listening? What do you mean by biased listening? Very quickly. Don't waste time.
Discriminative listening is when the listener interprets and assigns meanings to sound rather than to words.
Okay, right. Comprehensive. Another person can do it. Now say first one is done. Look for the second one, third one. Some people can come from bottom up. Select anything in between and tell me.
Comprehensive listening is about interpreting the words and the ideas of the speaker.
Okay, right. Quickly. Very good.
Empathetic listening is driven by emotion. You focus on the emotional words, like when
Right.
someone passed away, you listen to their all the sorrowful feelings.
Okay, right. Whatever you find, please share it in your groups, right? Quickly. Whatever you have found or whatever you're saying, share it in your groups, right? Next, informational bias.
Listening focuses on the informational listening focuses on the ability of an individual to understand a speaker's message.
Informational, right? Okay.
Bias
False
listening is the selective listening. It is also
Uh-huh.
known as selective.
Uh-huh.
It will only listen for information that they specifically want to hear.
Right. Okay.
False listening is when you pretend that you're listening to the other speaker, but you're not really comprehending to it.
Which one is that?
We have a false listening. We are just pretending
Okay,
like
yeah,
acting.
false. Right. Right. Okay. Great.
Casual listening.
Casual
Casual listening.
Listening without showing attention.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Casual listening without showing much attention.
Without
Much attention.
casual listening, right? Okay.
Critical listening is it's a process of understanding what is said and evaluating, judging and forming an opinion on what you hear.
Right. Okay. Next.
Rapport listening. Rapport listening.
Mhm.
When trying to build rapport with others, we can engage in a type of listening that encourages the other person to trust and like us.
Right. Okay. Good. Right. Next.
Partial listening
is hearing and understanding and then letting the other know that he or she is being heard and understood. It requires responding actively
Which
to
one is that?
another while keeping your attention
Okay.
reflective.
Right.
Keeping your attention focused completely on the speaker.
Try to give at least one word. That's one sentence. That's more than enough. Put it in a nutshell.
Selective listening is when you focus your attention on some specific information, kind of a specific.
Right.
Active listening is a way of listening and responding to another person that improves a mutual understanding.
Right. Good. Right. Yeah, it's nice if you can put these things in the chat box. Good. Everybody can get it. Yes.
Initial listening, the listener listens to hear first few lines of the speaker and then start thinking what the listener want to say in return.
Okay, right. Yes. We didn't say everything, right? What is appreciative listening? Select the ones that we have not said and then please go on quickly.
Listening for pleasure and enjoyment.
What is that? Appreciative listening.
Appreciative listening is a way of listening in which someone actively searches for certain auditory information this person appreciates.
Right. Okay. So this way there should be eight messages in the chat box. 18 messages should be there in the chat box for 18 different types of listening. Deep listening. Anybody who said what deep listening?
Deep listening is the listening that is generous, empathic, supportive, accurate, and trusting.
Right. Partial, you said, right? Active listening, nobody said. Who is the new student in my class? Active listening.
Active
I
listening
told
is
them
a
that
way of
it is a way of
listening.
listening and responding to another person that improves mutual understanding.
Good, right, okay. Would you please go through the chat box and do the balance quickly? Very good. Really good, okay. This is how you should be working. Put the balance. Would you please, mute your mics? Would you please mute your mics from your side? When you're talking only, please unmute and talk. Otherwise, you're disturbing the others. Right. While you put your sentence, please read it out. Then it's nice. Inactive listening is a major cause of miscommunication. Right. Don't put the same thing twice. Just emphatic listening. Did anybody say emphatic listening? Do we have all the 18 now? They are in the chat box. Can one of you please go through and tell me? Be quick. Don't think so. Because we have some repeated. Right.
Ma'am, is it emphatic listening or empathic listening?
It's empathic listening.
Empathic listening. So it is the practice of being attentive and responsive through the conversation.
No. This is. Wait just a minute. It has to be corrected as empathic, right? Empathetic listening. Oh, empathy. Thank you. Right. Now, I am going to move my presentation. Now see. Now I have given you some points of discriminative listening here. What I want you to do now is to take screenshots of this quickly. Quickly, you're going to take every one of you, or one of you take and share it in your groups quickly. Because this is going to be an activity I'm going to do with you now. Done. Okay.
Done. Okay, miss. Done.
Be quick. Right?
Okay.
Is everybody taking, like, I hear only one voice. Can you share it with everybody, dear?
Yes, miss. I'll share it in the group.
In your group, what about the other groups? We have 3 groups here, right? Aren't we? Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Done. Have you done it?
Done, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Done.
Say when you're done.
Done. Done.
Done, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Done.
can you just go back to the 10 again? Yeah. Okay. Now back to the 11.
Done, ma'am. Done. Ma'am, 13th one?
Ma'am, 13.
Okay, ma'am, done. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Done.
Done.
Ma'am, can you
Yep.
please show me the 17th one?
Sorry, 17.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please show me the
Last one.
first and third one, please?
18. You
First one and third one, please, ma'am.
We can't say anything.
just a
ma'am.
minute. Now the ones who took the screen, huh? You can't see anything?
Now, okay.
Can see. Now we can see.
Madam, first one, please.
Can't hear the voice, madam. Madam, you're not clear, madam. Again, you're not clear, madam.
I'm sorry, there's something terribly wrong with my connection, I suppose. Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can, madam. But not clear, madam.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong, really. I don't know. It's the first time I'm experiencing this. Right. Okay. Now, would you please share the 18 screenshots that you took in the chat box? Can one of you do it so that I am sure none of you have missed it, that every one of you have got it? Can you do that? Or have you already shared it in the groups?
Already shared in the group, madam.
Already shared in the group, madam.
Can't hear you, madam.
Yeah, we cannot hear you, ma'am.
Right? We have 3 groups here. 18 shots. Can you please put a thumbs up if you can, if you have got the screenshots? Please put a thumbs up so that I know. Right, okay. Because without knowing that or you have all got it, I can't give you this activity I want to give you. This is some work that you are going to do now. What about this Hasini's group?
We received, ma'am.
Right, okay.
Batch 12, we received, ma'am.
Right, batch 12, batch 10, have you all got? Batch 10, 11 and 12, right? All of you have got, I suppose, right? Okay. Now this is what you are going to do. Batch, okay, thanks, dear. Batch 10 received all. Thanks a lot. Okay. Right. Now, I have given you this task. I have shown you this picture, if I can remember. I showed you this picture, right? Now, all these 18 types of listening takes place from this end to this end. Do you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So these are the two corners of all these 18 types of listening, right? Now, this is one thing that you have to remember. I'm pretty sure you have taken a screenshot of this as well, okay? This has to be there with you. And then you go to these 18 discriminative, 18 types of listenings, starting from discriminative to deep listening, okay? Now you're going to prepare a mind map. Do you know what a mind map is? What is a mind map? Have you done mind maps before? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am. It's just like
Yes, ma'am.
brainstorming.
Not
From
yeah,
one
it's just-
main theme, yeah, you take out several different points from that.
right, yes. It's like brainstorm, but it's not brainstorm. What is the difference between a brainstorm and a mind map?
Brainstorm is something that you do before writing an essay or preparing for a speech, something like that.
So what happens with the
And,
brainstorm?
You come out with facts related to the theme or the
Yeah, unorganized facts, right?
yes, it's not organized,
Unorganized
right?
facts. It's not
Yeah,
organized.
mind
But what
map is something like a flow chart, maybe.
yes, mind map
I
is
guess.
organized. Okay. Now I want you to prepare a mind map for this 18 types of listening. All right. 18 types of listening will have to be put in mind map. Listening will have to come in the middle. You can say types of listening or the 18 types of listening, and then you can have all the different types of listening on in and around the middle circle. And then in each circle, when you write, okay, say you take partial listening as one, you put partial listening in one of the circles, and then you take the, you just branch only the important parts of partial listening. Now, if you go to, say, suppose discriminative listening, what is it? These types of listening is the most basic type of listening. Okay, so you have in the circle, you have discriminative listening, and around discriminative listening, you write basic type of
listening.
Yeah,
Basic
then you
type of
go,
listening, right.
you just go to the next one and say what important points that you have or that you can find in the discriminative listening slide. Okay, but this discriminative listening comes as a part of the main circle, because in the main circle you have 18 types of listening. 18 types of listening in the middle, and then around the circle you have 18 arrows, and each arrow has a circle at the end. In those circles, you write all the 18 different types of listenings that we have, and then you narrow it down summarize what you have in the slides and put it around each circle. Is this understood? Did you understand this? Did you get the point how to do it? Yes or no?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Sorry.
ma'am.
No, madam.
Ma'am, you mean the most highlighting factors we have to include in the.
Yeah, I simply have no way of sending you the samples because, like, you know, if we are in WhatsApp groups, I could have shared it quickly and easily. Can I have one of your numbers? Can I have a
Ma'am,
number of yours?
Ma'am, you
WhatsApp
can
number?
share it in the chat room.
No, I can't
Ma'am,
share
if
it in
not,
the
you
chat
can
room because I'm doing it on
you
my
can
phone.
forward it to Ajit sir's number, ma'am. That's how Gamagi sir also did. You can share the whatever message to Ajit sir. He will share it in our
That's
group.
what I'm
That's
trying to
how.
do, but he is not responding.
Okay, ma'am. I'll just put my number here. You just send
Yeah,
it to me. I'll share
ask
it with the
Mr.
group.
Ajit
No
to
problem.
share it with you. I'll put it in
Okay,
the,
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'll just make a request. Thank you.
yeah, ask him to do that.
Madam, he hasn't seen my message as well. Is it okay
Give
if
him
you
a
can
call,
share
will
it
you
with
please?
me?
Yeah, that's ideal. You know, anybody who's on WhatsApp, can you share it?
I'll share my number in the chat box.
Please. Just tell me.
00965
Hmm.
5500
Mm-hmm.
9860.
And your Miss
Mahisha.
Mahisha. Thanks. And you're on WhatsApp in this number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There are 3 batches here. So
Batch 10
will she
and
be able
11
to
is
see
in the
both?
media group, isn't it? Someone from that if you
I am from
Oh,
12.
that group,
I am from the 12th
but
batch.
batch 12 is not there in the media group, right, Fatima?
Sorry?
12 is not there, but at least 10
Ma-
11 will have something common. One,
Yeah.
if Purnima is there, she can share it, or Madhusi.
Who's in the
Yeah,
media
sure.
group?
I'm not there. Okay. I left that group.
Mahisha, can you tell your number so that I can get it from you? And I'll share.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. 00965
00